Brandon Ingram scored 24 points, Jonas Valanciunas added 19 points and 12 rebounds, and the New Orleans Pelicans booked a spot in the NBA playoffs with a 105-98 victory over the Sacramento Kings in a play-in tournament elimination game on Friday night. The Pelicans won without leading scorer Zion Williamson, who strained his left hamstring right as he reached the 40-point mark in a play-in loss to the Los Angeles Lakers on Tuesday night. Undaunted, New Orleans used a balanced approach to improve to 8-5 this season without Williamson in the lineup. 6 players scored 10 or more points, including reserves Larry Nance Jr. 13, Najee Marshall 11, and Jose Alvarado 10. Trey Murphy 3, starting because of Williamson's absence, added 16 points for New Orleans. De'Aaron Fox scored 35 points for Sacramento, and Domantas Sabonis had 23 points and 14 rebounds. The game was a test of the Pelicans' ability to handle the pressure of a do-or-die game after squandering 2 previous chances to lock up a playoff berth at home. New Orleans lost to the Lakers in their regular season finale on Sunday, missing a chance to lock up the 6th seed, before losing again to the Lakers on Tuesday. They entered their matchup with the Kings facing the possibility of becoming the first 49-win team in more than 50 years, Phoenix in 1972, to miss the NBA playoffs. Instead, New Orleans improved to 6-0 against Sacramento this season, becoming the first team to go 6-0 in a season without a playoff series against an opponent since Denver against Minnesota in 1994-1995. The Pelicans also prolonged a streak of number 7 seeds never missing the playoffs since the play-in tournament was adopted by the NBA in 2020. Because of their loss to the Lakers on Tuesday, the Pelicans will open the playoffs as an 8th seed on Sunday at top-seeded Oklahoma City. The Pelicans were sloppy early, committing 6 first-quarter turnovers that led to 11 Kings points. Sacramento led 24-17 after a turnover by Herb Jones led to a layup by Fox, who scored 18 points in the first half. McCollum's reverse layup and Murphy's 3 helped the Pelicans quickly close the gap, and New Orleans built a 13-point lead in the second quarter. Marshall gave the Pelicans a jolt with a 3 and a steal from Keegan Murray that he converted into a breakaway dunk. Murray appeared to hurt himself when he fell while losing the ball, and went to the locker room shortly after. That development further thinned the depth of a Kings squad already missing Malik Monk, right knee, and Kevin Huerter, left shoulder. Valanciunas' short hook shot and Ingram's layup put the Pelicans up 53-40 late in the half before Fox's 3 helped the Kings trim it to 54-45 at halftime. The chants started raining down in the fourth quarter. "We want Boston," the Miami Heat crowd kept shouting, over and over. The fans got their wish, and a rematch of the last 2 Eastern Conference Finals awaits in Round 1 this year. Miami, even with Jimmy Butler sidelined for several weeks with a sprained knee, is back in the playoffs. Tyler Herro scored 24 points and was an assist shy of a triple-double. Rookie Jamie Jaquez Jr. added 21 points and the Heat grabbed the last spot in the Eastern Conference playoffs by beating the Chicago Bulls 112-91 in a play-in tournament elimination game Friday night. Kevin Love scored 16 and Bam Adebayo added 13 for Miami, which is now set to be huge underdogs against a Celtics team that is the big favorite to win the NBA title. The Heat are the number 8 seed again, just like last year when they survived the play-in and went all the way to the NBA Finals. They took control over the Bulls with a 19-0 run in the first quarter, and a 14-0 run midway through the second half ended all doubt. Herro finished with 10 rebounds and 9 assists, and the Heat eliminated the Bulls in the last East play-in game for the second straight year. DeMar DeRozan scored 22 points for the Bulls, who got 16 points, 14 rebounds and 5 assists from Nikola Vucevic. Kobe White scored 13 for Chicago, which was trying to become the 5th team in the last 35 years to make the playoffs after not spending a single day all season over the .500 mark. Chicago shot only 38%, with the Heat defense carrying the day. The 19-0 run, which matched Miami's longest run of consecutive points all season, done 2 other times, put the Heat on top, turning an 11-6 deficit into an early 25-11 lead. Jaquez and Nikola Jovic combined for 11 points in the burst, which fueled Miami taking a 17-point lead after 1 quarter and pushing it to 20 in the second quarter. It was a rare stretch of decent offense on a gritty, win-or-go-home night. The Heat managed only 13 points in the second and still went into the half with a 47-37 lead, because the Bulls were even colder from the field. Chicago started 4 for 5, then went 8 for 39 over the rest of the half. The Heat started 8 for 9, then finished the half by going 9 for 35. This is how bad it was. Chicago missed 14 of 15 shots in one stretch, while Miami had spans of 0 for 8 and 0 for 6. But the Heat had the two big runs, and now are back as the number 8 seed, the one they rode all the way to the NBA Finals last season. It'll be far more difficult this time against a Boston team that won an NBA best 64 games this season and is likely still smarting from losing a Game 7 of last year's East Finals to the Heat at home.